All right, cable glute extension. So this exercise, you want to set the cable anchor like kind of about hip height or maybe a little bit lower, and then you want to kind of hinge into that position and make sure you have really good base of support for these. And all you're gonna do is you're just gonna let the cable pull your foot towards that opposite shoulder, and then you're gonna swing it back out away. Depending on how you set up the cable, feel free to play around to that angle a little bit and find the line of pull that gives you the best glute contraction throughout that movement. And then the other really important thing to consider with this motion is we're trying to isolate the glute maximus. So we really need that like kind of 30 to 45-degree pull, and we're trying to cross through all three planes of motion. But we're not trying to recruit the hamstrings or too many other accessory muscles in this exercise. So make sure that when you're doing these, you externally rotate your hip so that the cable's pulling perpendicular to the direction of your foot or as close to it as possible. And that's going to help keep the hamstrings from contributing too much to the movement because if the hamstrings contribute too much to it, then you might as well just do like, a Roman hip extension or a GHC hip extension where you can load it up really heavy. Whereas like with the cables, if you don't do it in a way that allows you to really isolate the glute and you start recruiting other muscles, then the weight you end up using has to be really heavy and it's just not practical for using with a cable at that point. Yeah, like I said, feel free to play around with those, try to find that kind of good line of pull that's going to give you a good glute contraction. So, yeah, go ahead and give those a try and see how they feel.